Hello, everybody. Howdy. How are we all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I am kind of tired. I'm tired. Okay. Actually, originally, when I woke up this morning, I wasn't sure if I was going to actually stream or not. And that's because I woke up, 4 hours of sleep, hungover. Yeah, I stayed up late last night. I was hanging out with friends, drinking, playing Dead by Daylight. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I need to be more social more often, I guess. Yeah, I drank just a little too much. Drank just a little too much, you know. And I woke up this morning. I was like, I feel like shit. And I haven't left the house all day at all. I pretty much just stayed home today. That's all I did. There's no updates or anything. Nothing special. I tell you about how, you know, my work schedule finally got updated, but it hasn't yet. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, legitimately. Oh, man. Like, well, it sucks, too, because it feels like I'm literally just... It feels like I've done everything, like, just short of just going in there and just cussing people out. And I don't want to do that, obviously. I don't want to fucking do that. I at least try to be nice, like, and give people, like, plenty of credit and all that, like, and leeway, like, in real life. But it's sometimes it's just like, what am I supposed to do here? You know, I feel like I've done everything. Yeah, it was... Yeah, but in any case, I guess I'll figure out what's going on with that tomorrow. I hope they don't wait until Friday, which is my last day in the department, to tell me what's going on. Anyway. Alright. So. I totally just spaced out. I don't remember what I was doing. My brain just there was like a couple different things that just went through my head. I didn't know which one to pick first. I guess, first of all, we do have a new follow. Liana, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope I said your name right. Alright, so the only thing I got planned today is we're going to be doing some mini painting. Warhammer mini painting. Let me go to my screen here. Oh, it's still kind of, is it still kind of like flashy and stuff? Yeah, it looks like it kind of is. Hopefully it's not going to be super distracting. Okay. So my plan is, I want to do this guy. We're going to paint this guy tonight. This is one of my Tormentors for my Emperor's Children. I got him as part of the Combat Patrol. Oh, you know what? Let me put some music on, too, because it's silent as hell. We need like a little music. We need some Dark Tide soundtrack going. Is that a little loud? It might be a little too loud. Let me turn it down just a little bit. I don't want to be super distracting. Okay. Yeah, we got the Dark Tide soundtrack going. Alright, so yeah, I want to paint this guy tonight. I'm going to be trying something a little different with him. Alright, this is the last Tormentor I did. In the light and with the camera. Oh my god, is it still loud? It still is, isn't it? Alright, I hope that's fine. I don't want to be too distracting. Yeah, this is the last Tormentor I did. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like how he turned out. I'm sure, like, in the light, how it is right now, you probably can't see a lot wrong. But yeah, I don't really like how he turned out. Gonna be trying something a little different with him. Oh yeah, I also got some other minis to show off here. I just painted this guy today, actually. This is a today project. I got a Captain and Gravis armor for my homebrew Space Marine chapter called the Cowled Scythes. Here he is. The scythe is a third-party piece, I'll admit. But, I mean, honestly, like, it fit on pretty well. So it's, like, barely noticeable. This is a really good... I actually like this one. I think I did pretty good with him. I think it came out really good. If you want a better idea what the colors for the chapter are, here you go. They're based off the Dusk Raiders like colors, like the original Death Guard colors. So you got the one red arms, like the gray and all that. And this one's just fun. This is one that I did recently. This is one of my obliterators. I feel like I did really good painting him. I feel like it came out really good. I used a couple different yellows for him. I used this one right here, and then I used the Imperial Fist right here to kind of like layer it. So yeah, the thing I don't like about this one, since we're doing Emperor's Children today, is in some spots it's a little patchy. Now, to be fair, in some spots on this, he's also a little patchy, you know. But the thing is, I feel like it's a lot more noticeable on this mini. Like this mini, like if you hold it like away from you, like it looks fine. Like away from the camera, like you probably can't really see much. Like it probably looks really good, like away from the camera. You know, but this one I feel like is a little bit of a problem. Like just how I did this one. Because pink is just a really hard color to paint on a black prime model. So what I'm thinking about doing today with this guy is the areas I'm going to paint pink, I'm probably going to do a layer of Wraithbone first, which is what I'm holding right here. And then I'm going to apply the Emperor's Children color as a layer. And then, just to kind of touch it up, I'll do some Fulgrim pink here. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Oh shit, I forgot a glove. Hold up. I gotta get a glove on my hand. Alright, I'll be right back. Just give me a moment. Alright, back. Got my glove on? Alright. If you're wondering why I got the glove on, it's to, like, mix and thin paints as I'm going. So I guess the first real good test is probably going to be trying it out on this pauldron here. So that is what we are going to do first. I'd say, let's give it a shot. Yeah, so this is going to be like a little test here. We're going to paint some Wraithbone on here first. Then we're going to put a layer of the Emperor's Children on there. That glove also helps get like some of that excess off. Shit. I mean, that's why I also got the paper towel out, but I think my glove's just a little better because I have to make less moves and stuff. It's gonna need a lot more Wraithbone anyway. Actually, it's still kind of patchy here. It went low over the border there. That's okay though, because that trim I'm gonna paint with lead belcher, and lead belcher's pretty thick, so you don't really have to worry too terrible much about it. It's gonna overpower that wraithbone anyway, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, dab some on those main areas where there's still some black peeking through. Okay. Ugh. Oh yeah, you get a little brush cleaning ASMR too. There you go. Sure, y'all are happy about that. Okay. So there we go. I got the wraithbone on the pauldron. It's hard to tell in the light because it just looks pure white here pretty much, but it's actually an off-white. It's an off-white, and I generally use it. So like on this guy, right? I used wraithbone on the arm there before I painted it red, and that really made that red pop. And that's pretty much what I did for any of the red areas you see on the chapter master here. That I did, like, yeah, that was originally wraithbone, and then I went over it with Blood Angel's red. Just gives it this bright, vibrant color, and the idea I have is, since I'm having a lot of trouble with the Emperor's Children, like with just like the black primer still showing up underneath, I thought maybe if I use wraithbone, then that would really help like prevent that, and it would also help prevent like the paint going on a little too thick. You probably can't tell with this panel right here specifically, but the paint's on a little too thick there. It's a little too thick there. That was the first panel I did too, to be fair. To be absolutely fair. Okay. If I remember correctly, Emperor's Children is a pretty thick paint. I just spilled everywhere, shit. It's not super thick, but you see what I'm doing here? Yeah, I'm gonna water it down a little bit. Don't want to use too much water though. Here we go. See, like I got a moist brush. I'm just dragging my brush through it pretty much. It's actually a trick I learned from a YouTube video. Might have thinned it down a little too much, actually. But it's alright, we're going to see how this turns out. Oh, it's a good version of this song, too. Hell yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think I can get by just getting it right out of the pot here. As long as I'm super careful not to get too much. I just gotta get like a little bit at a time out of the pot to like just make sure that I'm not like using too much, because that was my problem with the other Emperor's Children mini I was showing you. That one like panel there, like I did a little too much. Okay, that's not bad. That's already like quite a bit of an improvement actually. I like that. Yeah, the only thing that I don't like is it looks like there's some like brush artifacts in it, which is like the pattern of the brush and stuff. Here, I'm gonna do another layer on top. I'm gonna thin this layer out though real quick. Again, just getting out my glove there. Very gently. Brush. Make sure it's not super wet. Although I'm painting Emperor's Children, so they'd probably like it super wet anyway. Hi, what's up, Ship? Howdy. How's it going? Came at the perfect time. Just painting one of my minis here. Okay, that's a little better. That's going to be a little smoother. Warhammer mini stream? Absolutely. You came to the right place if that's what you're looking for. Okay, so I was just experimenting with how to do a pauldron here. This is Emperor's Children. I'm painting one of the Emperor's Children right now. Okay. And I was doing a little experiment here with this. Okay, let me actually look at this real quick. Okay, so there's the pauldron. I don't think you can really see with like the light and the camera and everything. But there is like a little bit of a texture to it. Like from like where the brush was going through it and stuff. Which, to be fair, I think it's an improvement over this mini that I did. This is one of my painted ones. And I didn't really like how this guy turned out. Mostly just because it's hard to tell, but like there's just patchy areas where like the primer is showing through underneath and all that. But still, I think this right here is an improvement over this. This is an improvement, definitely. And to be fair, my friend told me three foot rule. So like basically, if you hold your mini out 3 feet from you, right? Because when you're playing the game, you're not going to be up looking at everyone's minis, you know. So when you're playing the game, it'll be on the table, and if you look at it from 3 feet away, it looks fine. It's good. And I think it's fine. I think this is good. This is a lot better than what I did for that one. Getting them on the table versus model competition. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, actually, while you're here, Ship, let me show you some of these other minis I got. This one I just finished today. This is going to be my chapter master for my homebrew Space Marine chapter. And there he is. It's a Loyalist Death Guard successor. I want to have fun with it. I took like the Dusk Raiders like kind of color scheme, and I essentially like just ran with that. Oh yeah, this guy came out great. I like how this guy came out. And there's like a standard intercessor, so you can like just get a better idea of like the standard chapter colors and all that. And then this is for my homebrew Chaos Space Marine warband, the Purge Serpents, which is this is an obliterator. Yeah, this guy came out really good too. And I've got like a ton of other minis that I've painted. I've also got a ton more that I haven't finished, but yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying this hobby a lot. Okay, so I did that pauldron. And I think I'm happy with it. I think I'm happy with how this turned out. This came out pretty good. Even with like the little texturing, which is the main thing I have a problem with, the texture of it. But even then, again, you're probably not going to notice on the game board. So the next panel I'm probably going to do, because the Emperor's Children, kind of like their official color scheme, is weird. You got this guy right here. How many coats are you doing? So this one. So this is probably like this. If you're counting the primer, 3 coats, I guess. So like this has got the Wraithbone. There's a Wraithbone layer under there's the Chaos Black primer. Then you got the Wraithbone underneath that, and then you got the Emperor's Children on top of that. So right now that's 3 coats. I was thinking about going over the pink areas too with this, which is Fulgrim Pink. That kind of helps give it a little more of like a shinier texture. So I guess like that'll be like a 4th layer. But this one right here is really watery though. This is a really thin paint. So this shouldn't like mess anything up too much. But yeah, generally, I would say 3 is like 3 different like layers is what I do, I guess, generally for stuff. Although because the Emperor's Children color scheme, like a lot of it's like still black. Oh, oh no, that's fine. Twitch caught that, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's fine. Thinner works nice for getting flatter texture, but haven't done minis in a long time. Um, Airbrushing is such cheese. I'm glad I picked it up. I haven't tried airbrushing. I might want to try that sometime. But yeah, like, oops. This guy, what I did with this guy and his brother, there's another obliterator paint like this, is I took this yellow paint that I found, and I just pretty much, I took it, and I thinned this down, like with water, and I just kind of like, yeah, just did a coat of that, and then I did the coat of Imperial Fists over it, just to kind of like make it pop a little bit. And then there's Nuln Oil over this too, to like just give it that little pop, I guess, to like get in those recesses and stuff. Does Switch not like the correct paint word? Yeah, it did not like the correct paint word because it unfortunately looks like another word. But yeah, I know it. I know what you mean. I know what it is, so it's all right. The next paint I'm probably gonna do, I'm probably gonna paint this one pink. Probably gonna leave this one black. And then I'm gonna paint this pauldron pink too, and that has the Emperor's Children symbol on it. And it looks like there's a layer of skin right here that's attached to this guy, because they're Emperor's Children. Of course, they're gonna have flayed skin on them somewhere. Yeah, I think I'll just make this leg pink. I might keep the foot like the black color, and I'll go over with like Abaddon black, essentially to help kind of get an even layer. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. So let's get the Wraith Bone out. Let me get started on this next leg here. Oh, I got low on the base. Let me get some excess off. Also, I'll admit I haven't taken the best care of these brushes because I'm new to the hobby. But all things considered, though, I think they're still holding up pretty good so far. Although this one has pretty much just become my main brush. I use for almost anything. You know, I remember when I got into Warhammer, like collecting the minis and stuff. I got into it last year around July. Or I think right at the beginning of July. End of June, beginning of July. And for the longest time, I just held out on it. Because it's intimidating at first. Warhammer is an intimidating hobby at first. Because, I mean, obviously, things are very expensive. You got, like, the kits themselves are expensive as hell. The game is kind of complicated. I guess it is a lot simpler than it used to be. But I just held out for so long. And then when I went on vacation, like in late June, early July, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a kit. I'm just gonna get a kit. I'm not gonna go like too hard into it or anything. I'm gonna dabble a little bit. I'm just gonna dabble a little bit. So me and my friend, when we were on vacation, we went to a store. The first tabletop store we went to, pretty much. And I immediately spent $200. I spent $200 on some Chaos Space Marines. And then we went to like other stores like that day too, like in different, around like the general region. And like I just bought more, and I literally like I just started building, and I got like just instantly hooked on it. And now I've got like a little plastic chests of drawers in my house, like in this room, full of minis, painted and unpainted. Most of them unpainted still. They're all built, to be fair. I don't have like a pile of shame of unbuilt minis. I just have a pile of shame of unpainted minis. Okay, this is going to be the hard part, getting into this recess here. Alright, but we did that. Okay. Now I think to fill in these gaps, I'm going to keep the brush a little wet. Just thin it a little bit. So I can just fill these little spots where like a lot of the primer underneath showing up still. Got to do it again. I did a piss poor cutting job on this one. Like, there's a little like nut. There's a little piece of a nub still on it. That sucks. Oh well, it's all right. Okay. Go and wash the brush here. Okay. So there's that panel. Got that coated in Wraithbone now. This is a little on the base too, as you can see. Don't worry, it's Emperor's Children. They probably don't mind if there's a little there's a little white stuff on the base. They probably don't mind all that much. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this on stream. I know I mentioned it to some friends and stuff. But they're releasing these Battle Force sets. Games Workshop they're releasing these Battle Force sets. And it's going to be it's for like the 4 Chaos Gods, like they're the 4 like Chaos Space Marine legions that worship like specific Chaos Gods. So you got like a World Eaters one coming out. You got Death Guard one coming out, Thousand Suns one coming out, and Emperor's Children one coming out. And the Emperor's Children one that's coming out looks amazing. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna buy it. Like, it's already a done deal. Like, I'm gonna purchase it when it comes out. Because I just immediately just wanted it the moment I saw it. Like, I actually really like it, how it looks. The World Eater one, not so much. My friend likes the World Eaters. Not really like... I think he just likes more the old color scheme, like Horus Heresy era color scheme for him and stuff. I think that's what he generally likes. But even then, like, he wants to get into, like, World Eaters and stuff. That's kind of like a Chaos Army he wants to get into. And I showed him, like, the box sets coming out, and me and him kind of thought the same thing. The World Eater one's kind of disappointing. It's got a lot of demons in it, which, I mean, I guess if you like the Khornate demons, it's fine. But he's not really a fan of the demons. He likes the World Eaters themselves. The Emperor's Children one looks like really good though. Like, I really like the Emperor's Children one. It's a done deal. Or we're gonna get it when it comes out. I'm planning on it. I got really save for it too. Because it's probably gonna be another $250 box set. I already bought the Chaos Space Marine Battle Force back in December. I'm hoping, because I'm changing departments at work. My last day in my department's Friday. I'm gonna be making more money. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping to put a little more money towards my hobby, like this hobby here. Because I don't have enough plastic crack, I guess. You never have enough plastic crack. What am I saying? You can never have enough. They get respawn. I missed a couple areas here. Okay. Help clean that up a little bit. Gonna wait for that layer to dry. Yeah, I got that part of that layer done. I'm gonna do another thin layer. I think I'm gonna thin some of the Emperor's Children. Oh, did I miss a spot? Oh no, it's the glare of the light. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna thin some. I'm gonna thin some Emperor's Children down. I'm gonna go over that again, just kind of help make it a little more solid, like I did with that one there. And that panel will be done. I'm gonna need to paint this one too. There's a little bit. This is skin. Right here. This is some flayed skin. There's some little spots where the panel underneath it is peeking out. So I'm gonna need to paint over that. Alright. Alright, let's thin some Emperor's Children down. Let's get... Okay, I probably don't need that much. I probably grabbed a little too much. But it's fine. Might be a little too thin. I'm just gonna do it very gently anyway. There's a lot of spots here too where I've kind of went out of the boundaries. It's kind of going where the lead belcher trim is. But I'm not really too worried about that. Because like I explained earlier, lead belcher is a lot thicker compared to this pink. So I think it's going to be able to overpower it pretty easily. All right. Yeah, that came out pretty good. I got that thinner layer of Emperor's Children on top of it. So yeah, that actually came out really nice. I'm liking this idea I had, to kind of put some Wraithbone underneath it to help it pop a little bit. I think that's what they did on the box art too, because I'm not gonna lie, I tried to paint some of my Emperor's Children, and it's just so hard to paint over that, because black primer and then you're putting pink paint over it. It just doesn't end well. The black primer just shows up a lot underneath it, right? And I really hate to do too many layers of paint, but I mean, I think this isn't really too much considering a lot of it I'm doing is thin down. And even then, it's tabletop ready. It's gonna look fine from a distance. Okay. Okay, so do I want to do... Let's see, what areas of that are pink, are going to be pink? there. Spot right there. I'm looking at the mini right now, seeing like what areas are gonna be pink, what areas aren't. The heck? Why is this area wet? Oh, I think I think I accidentally spit a little bit when I talked earlier because I think I got a little bit on there. It, it's Emperor's Children. He's probably into it though. It's fine. He's probably really into it. He'd probably be disappointed if I didn't do that. Okay. I feel like Bob Ross right now. Like I kind of feel like I'm doing like a Bob Ross show, but instead of like painting like beautiful nature and all that, I'm painting minis. That like needs to be a thing. Someone needs to make like a Bob Ross style show like that, where they paint minis and stuff. I mean, heck, my hair's getting long enough to where like I could probably style it in an afro if I wanted. I could do it. Games Workshop, give me a job. I got you. Okay, I just realized I'm probably going to go over the skin anyway with Wraithbone. Because that's how I paint skin. I put Wraithbone over it, and then I do a layer of Flesh Shade. Although I want to learn at some point to do like multiple different skin tones. That's something I would be very interested in learning how to do. Okay. I'm going to focus on getting that pink done first. You know, I didn't think I was going to actually like stream myself painting, but so far this actually really isn't that bad. It's actually like kind of like a nice, calm, relaxing stream. Yeah, okay, I got some Wraithbone in there, in the recesses where I'm going to paint them pink, and then of course the... Did I miss a spot? Oh gosh. I think I did. It's like a really small spot, though. Oh, goodness. Oh, my God. That's, like, so fucking small, too. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. And even then, like I said, I gotta paint the, skin with Wraithbone anyway. I gotta do this very carefully. Almost perfect. Very nice. I did it. Oh my goodness. Look at my glove, chat. Look at my glove. I'm getting paint all over it. I'm getting paint all over it. And the light. Oh, and the light looks so weird. Yeah, you can just barely see it. I just got it in that recess. Glove for Hand Palace's Pro. Hand Palace Pro Star. I actually used to use it. At first, I was using a paper plate. Like a little a coated paper plate. That's what I was using. But then, like, I saw someone on YouTube using a glove to like thin their paint and stuff, and I was like, oh, Pro Strat, I gotcha. Using a glove to like thin their paint and stuff like on their hand there, and it was just right there. I was like, I could do that. I can literally just get some paint on me, and I can just use that as like a little palette, so I don't have to like constantly have like the jars of paint open up. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting pro. I'm getting there. I'm getting better as I keep going. It also helps get a lot of like excess paint off, because I really don't need a lot of paint for like some of these areas. That to a more fine point. There we go. I am gonna have to get new brushes eventually, though. These are kind of starting to get pretty frayed in spots. These are official Citadel brushes, too. I probably didn't need to go for Citadel brushes. I could probably just as easily go for just some normal brushes. Okay. Update on that. You can see where, like, I'm getting, like, pink into the recesses there. Yeah, I think I'll definitely like get a thinner, like just dab a little thin layer of like a very thin layer of like Emperor's Children on top of that. Just kind of help hide that wraith bone a little more. Dang, this is actually coming along a lot better than I thought. Like already, like from there, like from the camera to the yeah, from the camera to the mini, like it already looks pretty good. You can also tell I've used this tray a lot, too. You can see all the orange paint from me painting my Chaos Space Marines, too. Let me get one of those guys, actually. Hold up. Because most of my Chaos Space Marines are actually orange and black. Okay. Okay, so this is actually a model I did a while ago, like months ago. But yeah, this is what most of my Chaos Space Marines look like. They are... Oh, look, that one's actually got one of the water transfers on it. They're called the Pyre. They're like a lesser-known Chaos Warband. You can see it got like rocks and grass on the base, too. Yeah, this guy came out pretty good, too. This is one of the earlier models. This is one of the first minis I did. So this one's maybe not like as great. I'm sure there's probably a lot of spots like where there's some like primers showing through and stuff. But I mean, hey, from a distance it looks good. So that's all that really matters. I'm not trying to be professional or anything. Just making them look decent enough to use on like a game board without getting too embarrassed. Yeah, let's do that really thin layer of Emperor's Children. A lot. Probably like that much. Go. There we go. Very nice. It's the Yeah, that right there. You can see the little nub where I left the little nub there. Yeah, I think he's come along pretty good, actually. Yeah, I think so far this is actually one of the, I'm actually feeling pretty confident about this Emperor's Children model. I don't know if I'm going to get him done tonight, because it's already been almost an hour, holy shit, and I tend to go on for, like, only 2 hours at a time. Yeah, that came out pretty nice. Okay. I think I'm going to keep the main chest. I'm probably going to keep that black. I'm going to get, I got to get this, where the, I'm going to paint this pauldron black. Where the Emperor's Children symbol is, I'm going to paint that, pink, actually. Did I say black? I meant pink. So that, I need to clean this brush again. This brush is still a little dirty. But yeah, no, I actually feel pretty confident about this one. I'm actually surprised he's coming out as nice as he is. Which is funny, because most of the time, whenever I'm doing a mini, whenever I start doing the mini, I'm like, this looks like shit. What am I doing? And then by the time I'm finished, I'm like, okay, actually, you know what? That really wasn't that bad. He came out pretty good. This guy that I did today was definitely one of those guys where it's just like, I'm doing like, this guy looks like shit. What am I doing? And then like by the end of it, I'm like, you know what? He's fine. He looks really good. And plus, he's supposed to be a Death Guard successor. Loyalist Death Guard successor. He's going to be a little grimy. It's fine. Except he actually probably showers. Do Space Marines shower? I don't think I've ever thought of that. Do they? This is important. This is important. Alright, here we go. Oh, they have... Okay, so they do have baths and showers and stuff. Okay. I learned something new. There we go. So, they have, like, bathhouses and stuff. That's actually really cool. Okay. Nice. Hey, look, we learned something new. We all learned something new. I don't know. I guess I just kind of figured, like, because my friend tells me a lot about, like, Space Marine lore and stuff. He knows a lot about how they work and all that. And I think he was saying, like, they don't really need to use the bathroom for whatever reasons. There was some reason for that. I don't remember. It's probably something to do with their genetic modified stuff. But, like, I just kind of thought, I guess, maybe they just removed their ability to be stinky. But no, I guess not. They do get stinky, and they do need to take baths. So there we go. We learned something new. Unless you were in the Death Guard, you are not supposed to be smelly. I'm gonna get a little wraith bone on these. You know what? It's okay. Oh, you guys can't see the mini. Shit. I just realized that. I was hyper focused on it. I was zoomed in. Okay, that one looks a little rough, but I think I'll be able to touch that one up pretty good, though. Oh, shit. Yeah, you can see I kind of did a sloppy job on that pauldron there. But I think it's fine because I'll get the pink on there, and then I'll like touch it up a little bit. Obviously, and then I gotta get the metal colors on there too. Which, for the metal colors, for the trim, it's gonna be Lead Belcher. And then for the actual like symbol for the Emperor's Children, Retributor armor. So the gold color. It's just pretty much gonna be just a matter of like getting the trim on there and everything, and it'll look fine. It'll look all good. Yeah, he's turning out too good. I don't want to like fuck him up too much, and I won't fuck him up too much. I'll try not to at least. Okay. Now because of this one. Because of how this one is, I probably am going to want to thin the Emperor's Children down a little bit for this. Okay. Go. Get the tip to a point. Actually, I lied. I might not want to do that. I think I'll be fine as long as I just take off some of the extra. Whoa. Okay, my mouse good. I just looked up. I see him like, it looks like he was traumatized. I was like, what did I do? You guys can't see the mini. I'm sorry. I'm like literally hyper focusing on him. You know, it's fine. This pauldron is just going to be a tad sloppy. It is absolutely not the biggest deal because we'll be able to touch it up later. Just need a little bit more. Right there. Okay, I am gonna do the same thing I did with the other one. Yeah, you can see I kind of did a little bit of a sloppier job on that. But I'm gonna thin a little more Emperor's Children down once that kind of dries and sets a little bit. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did before, where I'm gonna like just thin some paint on my hand here. And we'll essentially just like touch it up a little bit. And then because of how rough that one looks, I might go ahead and just do the trim and stuff right after that. Just to kind of help it out a little bit. Okay. It's been an hour, so I'm going to go and take a quick break. I'm going to run some ads. And yeah, I will be back in a few minutes, chat. I'm going to BRB. I'll leave the music playing for you, though, so don't worry. Okay, we're back. So, I want to show you guys this. Because, so earlier, I wanted a snack. So my mom, for Christmas, one of the things she got me was, like, this stocking. Like, full of, like, just, like, little gifts and stuff, you know, nothing too serious. But, it had some candy and stuff in it. But, I went through it earlier because, I wanted a snack. I wanted something sweet to eat, right? And I didn't see this until just today. There was this thing at the bottom of the... It was at the bottom of the stocking. It's a pair of socks. Yeah, my mom got me this. Don't you just love it, chat? I'm gonna take it off. I don't know how Twitch is gonna feel about it, so I'm gonna take it off. I jerk it every chance I get. Oh my gosh. I don't know what my mom was smoking when she bought that, but she knows me so well. I shouldn't say that. That sounds terrible. I shouldn't say that out of context. Fuck, that's not what I meant. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking about it now. Alright. Let me get the thin coats. I probably don't need to thin all that much, actually. I could probably just do that, and I'll probably just have to do this. Just touch it up a little bit. One little area right there. Okay. I think I got the pink on that pauldron done. Let's kind of use paper towel, gently get any excess off. Make sure there's not any left on my hand. So yeah, and like I said, we're gonna do that pauldron real quick. I'm gonna do the actual like wing first, because it's gonna be gold, and that'll probably be like really easy to touch up. And that'll automatically like probably make the pauldron look 10 times better. Okay. How? Sometimes I do a little dab test on my skin to feel how wet it is. Alright. I can probably do it. That's brass. Where did my... That's copper. Use the Retributor armor. Okay. Did I miss a spot? Oh my god, I did. I missed a spot for the pink. Oh no! I just noticed it too. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I mean. Because, like, I legitimately missed a spot. And it's going to be a little pain in the ass to get it, but I think I can get it. Once the Retributor armor dries. And like I said, y'all, this is my main brush now. Yeah, look, you can literally see, like, where it's at. And that little notch right there. But yeah, already, like, it looks 10 times better because I, like, got that pauldron. Or I got, like, I got the wing colored gold. So that looks very nice. But like I forgot that little nook right there. I forgot to put pink paint right there. Oh boy. I wonder if I can just get away with just like getting just a little teeny tiny bit of like the Emperor's Children in there. Like just thin it down just a tad, like just enough to get like just gently go in there. I wonder if I can do that. I probably can. How dry are you? Okay. Let me see if I can do it. Without the rainbow. I do not need that much. Holy shit. Okay. Mmm. Mmm. Brilliant. I got it, chat. I fucking got it. Here, I'll show you guys a sec. Got the little nook. I'll probably get like another little thin layer on it because it does look a little darker compared to the rest, but actually, you know, heck, I probably don't even really need to worry about that too much because it's probably not even going to really be noticeable unless you're like really up close on it. Yeah, we'll probably leave it then for now. Do I want to paint his butt panel black or pink? I might want to paint it pink. Hey, look, it's Emperor's Children. Like they're supposed to be a little wild, right? Just a little crazy with their colors and everything. You know, they had one of the original Noise Marines as like a made-to-order piece that you could have gotten. And my friend sent to me, and he was like, "You might want this." At the time, I was like, you know, I don't know if I really want it, you know. But now I'm just kind of like, I should have gotten that. That would have been so fucking cool. I should have gotten that. But I didn't. And now it's probably not going to come back for a little while. So, oh well. It will be okay. I think. I think it'll be alright. I don't know. Do I want to just... Yeah, let's go and, like, just finish that pauldron up. We need the lead belcher. Okay, point towards the light. You know what's funny too about this, about me doing all this? I originally never really liked when I first got into it. I didn't really like the painting part of it. I kind of always thought it was too tedious and all that. But as I've gotten better at it, I've actually grown to like kind of enjoy it quite a bit. Like I actually think like painting the minis like actually like really fun, honestly. I mean, yeah, it can be a little tedious at times, but I mean, overall, I feel like it's very fun. Oh yeah, I think I saved that pauldron. I will show you guys, of course. I need to do painting streams more often too. Like I'm actually having like pretty good time with this. I saved the pauldron, chat. Look at it now. We got the lead belcher on there. We got the gold on there. It looks nice. It looks really nice. I like it. Fucking saved it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Yeah, what other areas am I going to paint pink? Because I'm trying to get all the pink areas out of the way. Obviously, I think I'm going to do, like, the head. Little top part up there. Where you can see if it can hit the light. But yeah, there's like trim up there, and there's an area that it looks like there's supposed to be some pink there. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do the butt plate pink. We're gonna make the butt plate pink. Okay, I gotta be careful here because there's a belt right up there. If I paint that, I'm gonna get confused. Very, very nice. Yeah, it's coming along. And you know what's funny with this Wraithbone thing? Like, I pretty much came up with the idea to use Wraithbone pretty much on my own. You can see I just got Wraithbone on there. But I pretty much came up with the idea because, like I said before, like, I use Wraithbone to paint that arm to make the red pop a little bit more. And it just kind of made me realize, like, hey, I could paint an undercoat of Wraithbone and then boom. You know, just use pink and then that will help fill it out a little better. And I was absolutely right. It does help it fill it out a little better. Okay. Just gotta wait for that little butt plate to dry right there, and then we'll get the Emperor's Children on there. How's the music, by the way? I feel like I haven't really asked how the music is. I hope it's not like too loud or too quiet or anything. Okay, I think it's dry. Citadel paints tend to dry pretty quick. At least in my experience, they do. There. I haven't played a game of 40K in a while either. I need to play an actual game of it again. I don't really know if I want to play at tabletop store though. Like, I feel like that would scare me a little bit. Like, just doing it at a tabletop store. That's probably because I've heard all the horror stories of, like, what goes on, like, at tournaments and stuff. The people who go to, like, game stores to play games of Warhammer and all that. Like, I'm scared I'm going to show up with, like, my half-painted army. There's a butt plate, by the way. Looks very nice. I'm going to do another thin layer, of course. But yeah, I'm worried I'm going to show my half-painted army, and then someone's going to be like, you can't run that. That's not fully painted yet. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's like, okay, well, I mean, I want to play, though. That's too bad. You can't use it. You can't use it. Fuck you mean I can't use it? I paid for it. I built it. Yeah, but, yeah. I'm always scared of that. I'm always personally scared of that. I don't want that to happen to me. It probably will eventually, but I don't want that to happen to me. Besides, my buddy, like, he barely has any. I have more shit painted than he does. My buddy. To be fair, though, he doesn't really have too much of a chance to paint. I think, yeah, he works a lot more than I do. He also works like longer shifts and everything, so he doesn't really usually have a lot of time to paint and all that. And it's understandable. Oh shit, did I make the paint too thin? I think I made it too thin. Yeah, it's a tad too thin, but that's fine. Just gotta spread it out, take any excess off. Beautiful. Ugh. Mix the pink paint just a tad too thin there, but that's fine because I got it all fixed. Look at that butt plate now. Oh man. Yeah, okay, so next okay, so I gotta get the head. Which looks like that has a little pink panel there I'm gonna have to do. And then there's the one on the power pack too that I'm gonna do. Okay. Yeah, I'd say it's coming along pretty good so far. Still. How are you all doing though? Are you all enjoying yourselves? I hope I'm not being too boring. I know like I'm not really probably talking as much as you'd probably like me to, but I'm just kind of vibing and chilling. Chilling and vibing. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm going to do the power pack next. We're going to do the power pack. That'll be like slightly easier. Okay. Might need to get just a little more Wraithbone too. Yeah, I'm gonna need to. Just add a little bit here. This, I don't know what it is about this song, but this song is simultaneously like really cool and really like eerie to me. Like I don't know what it is. It's just really, really eerie to me. Transmission commences late night mix. Maybe that's why. I got a little too dry. Go. Try and clean my brush off. There we go. Again, it's a little sloppy, but I'm gonna like touch it up, so it's gonna be no biggie. Why do I have so many Discord notifications? What do y'all want? What do you people want? Okay, I'm gonna have to look at those later. Ah. There we go. Pop my knuckles a little bit. Okay. Let's see here. Start getting the pink on there. Ooh, reality slipping. Hell yeah. Literally how it feels for me every day at work. And okay. This song is also a little creepy for me. Although I think this one's trying to be creepy, though, so... I think that one's completely fair. Okay. Wasn't there some other, like, Warhammer Chaos news, too? Oh, yeah, it was Huron Blackheart. That's right. He's getting a new model. Was it Huron Blackheart? I gotta check. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it is, though. Yeah, I was right. Okay. Yeah, he's getting an update model. It looks pretty good, too. I like the way it looks. I wonder if there's a... I don't think he's got a page on the store yet. I mean, not that I'm not really interested in, like, using him anyway. I'm not really interested in, like, playing Red Corsairs, but I think the mini looks good. Okay. Did I show you guys that? How the power packs come along? I think I probably did, but there you go again. God, it's hot in this room here, too. Alright. Ouch. Let's thin this out. Hopefully I didn't thin it too much. I did thin a little too much. Okay, just do what I did last time. Just take off any excess. Here we are. Very nice. I might just do the trim on that too, just to help clean that up a little bit. Oh my god, look at my glove, chat. There's so much. So much paint on my glove now. I hit my knee. I hit my fucking knee. Okay. Oh, it's not the Imperium mix, damn. Every time I hear disposal unit, I'm like, oh. And then I see it's like not the Imperium mix, I'm like, shit. I think this one's so fine, I guess. Oh shit, there's another area, like, on the, like, part that's more towards the front of the power pack that I just noticed. Oh shit. Yeah, there's another area, like, right up front, right there. That also has some pink. I didn't notice it before, and I just did. I also almost knocked that over. That would have been lovely. I got a little lead belcher on there. Yeah, you can see it. It's fine. It'll be all right. This guy just won't feel the perfection like the others will. It's probably fate worse than death for him. Let me see if I can just paint over that little area of lead belcher. Like, just kind of cover it up a little bit. There we are. Perfect. I just had to cover it up just a little bit. And now it's either not noticeable or complete, or just barely noticeable. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Okay, so the other areas I still need to paint pink. Do I want to paint the arm pink too? Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting ambitious or not. Now I'm kind of like, do I want to paint that pink? Do I not? I'm talking about I'm talking about like this arm right here. I kind of want to paint that arm pink, the one holding the magazine. That's kind of like an opposite, like where that one's like where that side's pink, but then like up here that side's pink. If that makes sense, I think I'm making sense. Yeah, he's coming along pretty good. I think this is my best attempt at an Emperor's Children so far. An Emperor's Children? One of the Emperor's Children? I don't know what you'd call it. Okay. Yeah, I'll paint this arm pink. Those are the soundtracks making me want to play Dark Tide again, too. Dark Tide is so fun. I love Dark Tide. Can we already listen to this? Transmission commences. Okay, this is like a slightly different version, I guess. This is still part of the song, it is. Yeah, it's still kind of creepy on this version. Should probably get. I'm gonna be painting this arm pink. Also gonna need to get this area back here. Okay. Yeah. Damn, it's already been an hour 37 minutes? What the hell? Okay, there is the arm. Painted with some lead belcher. Not lead belcher. This is a Wraithbone. I'm gonna do a few touch-ups to it in some spots. Just give me like a really tiny amount. Oh, shit. Alright, there we go. That should be good. Now once that's all dried, I can start applying some pink paint to it. Might be running out of space on my glove though. Oh man. Man, this thing's also getting like really sweaty too. It's getting sweaty in this glove. Probably gonna have to wash this hand when I'm done. Okay. Let's do this. You guys see? You guys can't see me paint, can you? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to I just get like so caught up in it, you know. I get like super caught up in painting, and I just kind of lose focus. And I've also kind of forgotten I'm streaming too a couple times. I mean, I'm what can I say? I'm just invested in my craft, I guess you could say. I don't know. I guess you could say that. Okay. The only question is, after this stream, am I gonna finish this guy off stream, or am I gonna like work on this guy exclusively on stream? The main problem with working on stream, though, is I don't want it to become a habit of me like just having minis I only paint on stream. Yeah, you know, if that's the case of how I feel, I'll probably work on this guy off stream too. Those recesses. Gotta get that up there too. Is that a bubble? That is. There's a big air bubble that like formed in my paint there. All right. Clean our brush. I'd beat the devil out of it, but this thing's expensive. All right, look at that arm. Look at that, chat. Coming along pretty nicely. Oh, man. You know, at least I'm painting a mini that so far I feel like I can be pretty proud of. Like, I'm actually like pretty happy how this guy's turning out so far. Oh, my. Oh, man. I gotta stretch. I'm stretching a little too much, I think. There goes my shoulder. My shoulder popped. Ooh. I'm good. I'm good. I wasn't expecting that. I was just stretching and just, I'm like, oh. I don't know if you guys heard it. Probably not. I hope not. Oh yeah, I think once I'm done with all the pink, I'll probably do a layer of like fulgrim pink on top of it. Very thin, almost like a white. It's not really like a pink color. At least it doesn't feel like a pink color. It feels like a very shiny, like off-white almost. Alright, just touch these areas up. It's funny that I'm listening to a song called The Emperor of Mankind while I'm painting an Emperor's Children model. I'm painting a Traitor Legion here. Ugh. I think it's fair to say that arm is done. Came out looking very, very nice. I just gotta do the head panel and that little, like, back panel there. Ooh. Even though it's stretch again, though. Just so I can, like, keep my back straight. Because I'm starting to shrimp up a little bit. I want to shrimp up a little bit. Okay. Let's get that wraith bone on there. All right. Oh my gosh. I got like almost perfect, chat. Wait, hold up. Like I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show this to you guys. I'm like a kid and you're my mom, and like I'm showing you something you're gonna put in the fridge. I got that panel like painted like almost perfectly. Like shit. Oh my gosh. When I'm done, am I gonna consider this guy my best work? I might. I don't know. I mean, better than this guy, I think, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you guys look at this guy and you're like, eh, he's not that bad. And you know, maybe at distance he really doesn't look that bad. At distance, I think this guy looks better though. Let me compare the differences in the pink too. There's not really too much of a difference, like in the. Actually, no, there is a difference. I think the pink on this guy is a lot bolder than the pink on that guy. The pink on this guy seems more faint. Like, it feels very faint. This one has got the extra pop to it. God, it really does have the extra pop to it. I gotta stop. I'm starting to, like, I'm starting to just sit and admire it. Like, sitting there like, damn, this is starting to look really good. It's okay. Chat, I don't know who needs it. I don't know if you need to hear this from me or not. But it's okay to admire your work. It is. It's okay to admire your own work, chat. Like, if you know you did a good job, give yourself that. You know, give yourself that credit. You did a good job. Don't let yourself fall into the trap I used to fall into a lot. When it came to writing, I was always way too harsh on myself for writing. To be fair, there's some stories I look back on, I'm like, ugh, why did I write that? That's gross. That's disgusting. But there's stories that I look back on rather fondly, you know, and I can look back and I can say, you know what, I did a good job on that. I think that's something that everybody needs to learn. It's okay to tell yourself that you did a good job. If you know you did a good job, then let yourself know that you did a good job. Don't let it get to your head. Don't oh shit. Don't let it become like an ego thing for you where it like fuels your ego and all that. But like just remind yourself, you know, that like you did that. You're good. You know, give yourself a pat on the back sometimes, Chad. Especially if you're doing creative stuff like this. And if you don't like what you did, take it as a learning experience, you know? Like, I mean, this guy, like, look, like with this guy, like, I didn't like how this guy turned out, right? And so I was like, okay, how can I improve this? And I realized I could use the wraith bone like this, like I did with this, to make the red pop. I can use on this guy to make the pink pop. And would you look at that? It's working very well. Learn from your mistakes, chat. Don't let yourself get too discouraged. And if you know you did a good job, tell yourself you did a good job. That is my Malphus wisdom for you for the day. Ugh. And it doesn't just like count for like creative stuff, you know, it counts for like anything, you know. And you know, it's okay too to some. It's okay if like some doesn't come out, and you did your best. That's okay too. Okay. Yes. Got it. Ugh. Do I have enough time to finish up that last pink panel? I think I do. I think I do. Let me show you how that last panel came out too. Almost perfect. It's back there. Look. Oh man. I might want to sit and finish this tonight after stream. I'd have to, but that's gonna be a lot of trim though. I just thought of that. That's gonna be a hell of a lot of trim to do. Let's take this one step at a time. Let's just do that last panel, and then we'll end stream. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I don't want to get too ambitious. Is there another part? There's another part of the panel at the back. I didn't see that earlier. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. We can do this, chat. Ugh. There it is. Keep looking up at the screen like, is my face showing? That's another thing I kind of thought about. Is it weird I've been kind of thinking about doing a face reveal? I don't think I will, but like it's just kind of like a weird thing popped in my head. Like one day, like, hey, maybe I should do that. That'd be fun, probably. I probably wouldn't make it too big of a deal though. Let's get a little more. Okay, that one was once again a little rough, but it's fine. I think. Excuse me. Yeah, we got like 5 minutes left. I have 7 Discord notifications now. None of them are messages, though. Oh, that's a good thing or not. Okay. Yeah, there's that. There's also a back panel right there, as you can see. Alright. It's a little rough, but I can touch it up later, like I did with that pauldron right there. And that pauldron came out very, very nice, didn't it? It's a very nice pauldron. Alright. Let's do this. Oh, I'm using like the very back of the glove now. I probably don't really need to be fair. Okay. Okay. What song is this? Apparatus receiving. Okay. I'm hearing like the weird noise. I'm like, what the fuck is this noise? Okay. Let that dry, then I'll do the last little thin layer of Emperor's Children. And we'll call it a night after that. See, you got that front part, got that back part. And then I'll probably work on it a little bit off stream. Honestly, though, with how it's going, I'm probably going to end up finishing it tomorrow. Because it's getting pretty late. I got work tomorrow. Pretty late for me. Let me say it like that. It's pretty late for me. Generally. I'll be able to touch that up tomorrow. Because that's a lot of trim right there. Get this on my little hand palette. Let's touch it up. Shit, I did it again. Then did a little too much. Okay. So all we gotta do is just remove any excess. Just work it into like the crevices and work it around. Okay. With my brush. There we go. The head panels, I'm blocking it. There we go. The head panels are done. Damn, look at this guy so far. He's definitely not done. He's got a lot of stuff that I still need to color in and everything. He's already 100 times better than the other guy though. No offense, other guy, you're still a vital part of my army. Oh man. That's really good. I really like how he's coming along so far. He looks actually insane so far. Okay. Let's turn that off. Let me go to my chatting screen. Get my music back on. Oh yeah, I need to get this glove off too. This glove feels nasty. It's all like sweaty now. Oh gosh. Ooh, brother. Ooh, at least my hand's soft now. Eczema, that hand's gone though. Hey, there's always a bright side to everything. There we go. Okay. Close out of that. Shit, what do I want to do now? I guess let's see who's streaming right now. Wait, what? Hold up. I want to check something real quick. Love Knife is playing Counter-Strike right now. I can't tell which Counter-Strike though. Oh, it says Counter-Strike 2. Okay, when I click on like the when I click on it on Twitch, it's Counter-Strike 2. God, I haven't played that. That used to be Global Offensive, right? I played Global Offensive. I bought Global Offensive when it first came out, and I learned later it went free to play a few years after. And I was like, damn, I got robbed. Oddly enough, not the first time that's happened either with the game. Okay, it's been 2 hours. We're gonna go ahead, excuse me, and raid Love Knife. It's been a while since we've raided Love Knife. Yeah, we're gonna raid Love. Okay. Ugh. I feel like I gotta wash this left hand now, like, because it's been in that glove. And this glove is all sweaty. Yeah, that's, oh god, snap. Okay, I'm gonna stop describing it. I'm gonna stop describing it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate all of you. I'm so glad that I could, like, sit here and, like, do paint real quick for you. I might stream again on Friday, because I'm gonna have to stay up all night because I'm switching departments to night shift. So I'm probably gonna have to stay up all night Friday, so I might stream to help keep myself awake. I don't know yet. I'll find out. I'll see how I feel. And yeah, we're gonna go and call it night. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight, watching me paint and everything. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. As always, chat, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.